Today we're taking care of a mod that I have had in my garage since before I moved, and that is the Diodynamics reverse light kit, which goes in the spare tire. Spare tire kit goes above right here in this little section, but I'm really curious to see if this works with this wheel in particular because this is a bit deep dish. It's definitely got these little rock blockers or whatever on the bead lock, and this is a real bead lock. This is not a faux bead lock, so we'll see how it fits in here and if we have to do any mods. But let's go ahead and start unboxing this. I want to start with the bracket kit, so that way I know that these lights will actually be mounted with the setup I have. Let's go ahead and do the bracket first, which is probably the opposite of what they say, but I just want to give peace of mind that this will work on there. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work with these wheels and the block plates that I have in there, or the bead lock rim that I have. Who knows? So they have two different sizes of lug standoffs. I'm thinking I'm gonna need the deep ones, which is great. I'm glad they included that. But also, here's the wiring harness, which also is included. So it should be pretty plug and play minus the extra addition. The extra addition I'm talking about is I want mine to also be clickable or flippable using my OEM aux switches. The reason why I wanna do that is because I wanna put yellow covers over them because these are white when in reverse or flipped on. But I want to put yellow covers on them so these act as my chase lights whenever I'm off-roading so I don't get rear-ended through the dust. My buddy Sabir has them on his Silverado and it has definitely helped, especially when they were up high enough to where you could see them for a pretty long distance. Busting out the trusty Milwaukee. Just take these front two or top two off. We definitely don't want to mar these all up. Probably do these by hand. Keep them nice and pretty. These do still keep on the spare, so you want to make sure that they're tight. Not just like how I'm doing it. But first I just want to see, does the bracket fit? Very nice. That totally will fit. Now we'll see if the actual lights fit on there, but that fits. Feels about lug nut strength. I mean, really that's it. Besides this bracket, the other thing is the actual lights themselves, which we're going to mount onto the bracket, which are these SC2s. And then other than that, it's a full wiring harness that the whole rest of this install is just cleanly running the wire. I mean, this is all plug and play with like Doty connectors, I think is what you call those, but they're weather sealed, whether they're Doty or not. The only part that has me like, I should probably watch a YouTube video is how do I connect this to my aux switch, because I want to have that manual control over it, which will be pretty awesome. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start running this. I know all the instructions show where to go. Couple of 10 millimeters here and there, so it's not that hard. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked on this. And all of the stuff from Diode like is top quality. I've never had a lens fog, and I've seen on their Facebook group, which I'm a part of, all of it is covered under like a crazy warranty, or they want to do the right thing by the customer. My fog light pocket kit is all Diodynamics. It's a full plug and play kit, but I spliced and made a custom harness in that video, which I'll have like down below. But then I also have my ditch lights, and I put all of those into my aux switches, and I've never had an issue with them. So I will stand by Diodynamics. I've got Diodynamic stuff even in my Mustang, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna go ahead, start installing all of this stuff. Like I said, plug and play. If I come across anything weird or anything that should be a tip for you guys, I'll be sure to highlight it. In my specific use case, I did need to use the standoff plates, the 90 millimeter ones, but I also had to flip the lights because I have these rock blockers on my bead locks, so I just put them upside down. I'm kind of curious if this is going to be mega visible inside of my reverse light. Now, of course, these are all loose, and I have everything just, finger tight, which is not crazy. Just want to make sure it all worked here with these bead lock rings. But now it's kind of cool because I can aim them out if I want to, kind of like that, or aim them straight. The other thing too is I was kind of curious, like, how's it going to be if I have to take this off? Really not bad. I just loosen this top one off and I'll slide it up. And then I just get this bolt undone, and then I'll be able to take off the lug nut with the 19 mil as standard. So not absolutely insane. It's definitely more of a pain in the butt, but this is going to be more helpful, and hopefully you don't end up using this, but it is always there. It's already a pain in the butt to use a spare. So if you're already in that position, why not add one extra step, or three extra steps, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4 extra steps. And again, just take that spare off, handle it up there. And these are all quick disconnects too, so we can just make that job super, super easy. I want to see what the reverse image looks like. So I close the tailgate. Oh, dude, you can't see them at all. I don't think I see them at all. That's awesome. It's just my extra, lip I have on my wheel. That's awesome. It's a pleasant surprise. I thought I was for sure gonna see less of the reverse camera, but no, not an issue at all. Got the little spliced harness in there. I will say that was a freaking booger, but this is how I found it to be best in there, so you have a little bit of room. This does not move. This is the hinge, so everything moves around it, so you don't have to worry about pinching the wires. But I just want to show you guys how I have mine oriented, and then also make sure you push down that so it locks into place. These are all nice and secure now. Very high quality harness. I will say that is one thing I love about Diode, is just how high quality all of their harnesses are. I mean, look at that braiding or whatever it's called. I love it. And all the plugs, they're stout. These things are solid. Gonna start routing all of this. And what's crazy is they even have a grommet. So when it gets to outside, which I think happens under here, it literally has a grommet for you. That's awesome. Since our last clip, all I've done is go behind and under the heat shield, then come through this grommet, which they supplied on the harness like I showed you. And then we're coming through here. We popped off this trim, we went up under here, and we're just gonna follow the factory line, I'm assuming. And then this is where we're gonna plug in to the rest, which is gonna be the pigtail to the Y harness, which will allow us to get straight to the lights. You can see I just have it loosely tucked, but this is where I'll pull in whenever I want to do my switches, which is gonna be the next step. Depending on the wheel design that you have, I don't have a center hole, so I had to go a little bit off to the side here, and that's just how I chose to run them. But I have everything mounted up and solid now, everything's plugged in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remote start, and these should turn red, and then in reverse, it'll turn white. But I'm alone and I don't want to put my car in reverse and then have it roll away, even with the parking brake. So I'll just wait until Ashley's available, but let's just go ahead and remote start and see if it turns red at least. Cool. So it turns red with the rings. This will be my driving light. I will eventually get clip-on yellow covers, which are only like $8 or something like that from Diode. But this is not a brake light. It's just a running LED ring, just like that. And yeah, once I put it in reverse, it should go white. Now we are inside the vehicle, and I should have shown this when I had it all popped out, but there's a little orange and white wire around right here, and it's tied into the body harness. You can't miss it, but I just crimped on that extra connector. The Diode how-to video is absolutely amazing. Like, highly recommend you guys watch it, because that's basically what I'm watching. But overall, this process has been so smooth, and I usually don't try to say that while doing it, because then that's when everything goes out the window. But it's truly been a pleasure to do this, and it's fun kind of just wrenching again, because I've just been so busy, and you know, I haven't been able to just hang out and do this. I won't lie, it started off pretty hot, but now we have that Delta breeze rolling through. I mean, it was probably like 90 degrees when I started, but as the sun sets here in Sacramento, we get a Delta breeze and it's awesome. I have all the windows open, I'm just wrenching along here, and I just tied it into the back panel. Now I need to tie it in under, I think, the glove box, so that way I can pick which aux switch that I want to do. And I already have 2, 3, and 4 already taken, so maybe we'll do 5 or 6. I don't know, but we'll see. As you guys can probably tell, it's nighttime. So what that means is I figured it out. It's really not that hard, except I was a little bit of a noob and didn't know how to wire everything. During the daytime, I'll probably walk you through a little bit better with another clip, but because it's nighttime, I can now show you what it looks like and what I did. I have you guys set up on the Corvette hood, and what I'm gonna do is just start the car and show you the red, which is normal. It's not gonna go with the brakes. Then I'll put it in reverse, and I'll turn that off, and I'll just flip the switch, which I put mine on aux 5. So, start it up. So that's it with the aux switch on, and you can tell I was flickering it, but holy, it's bright. I mean, look at the camera, holy crap. I mean, I could film a whole vlog with this light, and it is so bright. It's like just a beam of sun right here. What I do want to do though is get the yellow covers, so that way, you know, this is a chase light, which is yellow, which helps cut through the dust a little bit better, or fog a little bit better. And those just snap on at like $10, so I'll probably order that tonight. But this turned out awesome and lights up this whole area so well. I mean, look at all this. I'm gonna turn it off for reference. Dark, let me show you when I'm flipping it. Bam, bam. That's insane. But yeah, that's gonna be a big, big difference. So before and after. Not visible. It makes it super bright in here, and you can just see the difference between headlights and this light. Like, look at how bright and filled this is versus my headlights. you can see a hot spot. But if I turn on these diodes, those are all my 3 diodes up front, and obviously we're in reverse. So that's every light on now. That is quite bright. So all my diodes come off, and you can tell. Now that we've actually been on a trip with it, I wanted to show you guys and like kind of walk you through how I routed everything. So of course, these come in and you can see the Y split and it goes through the spoke. From there, it goes through the flap that's here on the tailgate. Once it comes in from the flap here on the tailgate, that's when it connects into the taillight. Now on that, it also has a pigtail to where you can just leave it and just have it turn on automatically in reverse, and it'll be red while you have the headlights on or whatever. But if you want to tap into it to trigger it on demand, if you have the factory aux switches, you're gonna go and tap into that. And then under here, there's a wire that you're gonna connect into. So this is your side panel on the passenger side. What's cool about the Bronco is that it is factory wired for that aux switch. So you literally can just tap into it and it's just a crimp tool. I would recommend if you don't have a right crimper, like that's something to invest in, is get a good crimping tool, because that'll make your life so much easier. And then from there, it's pretty simple because it's pre-wired. So I come in here to the glove box, and you're gonna have to drop down the glove box. So you just pull these 2 tabs in, drop everything out, make a big mess. But there are wires underneath here that you're gonna see that you pull, and you will connect that together. And so you'll put orange to whatever color you wanna grab under the dash. I believe it's orange. I think I said orange on the video, but double check me there. You'll connect the color that's in that side panel to the color that's inside of the dashboard or inside the glove box. And then you'll connect that to whatever color you want on the switch panel. Here underneath the hood, which, wow, that needs a good cleaning. I haven't looked in there for a while, but it's pretty dirty. Then once you come underneath the hood, I have this blue and orange, which I connected to, I believe, the orange underneath the dash, like I said. And then this one I've connected to my white switch, which is my aux 5. And so all of that together is what's gonna make this powered. And so that's now how I have it on aux 5, while also being looped into my reverse and automatically turning on with the headlight. Then as a quick refresher, these are all those other diodes I was talking about, which you can see also in my fog light pocket, and of course the ditch lights right there. Overall, pretty simple install, and if you follow my instructions and save yourself a little bit of time, you won't have to redo it the way I did. So budget about an hour and a half and you can knock this out with just a couple simple hand tools, running some wire, and boom, having that bracket in your rear spare tire. I'll have the links to everything I used and my other diode stuff down below. So if you want to check it out and purchase it, you'll have the direct link to it, the exact same stuff that I have here. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.